Hey guys, Miss Link here again. I want to go over how to correctly cite your information, especially using a variety of methods. I'm noticing some issues as I'm looking through your work, and I'm not sure that my previous videos did a good job of that. So I wanted to make a different one. Just a reminder, as you're writing your paper, you should always have your topic outline pulled up in a tab so that you can make sure you're following it in order. You should also have your organized note cards up so that you know that you're going in the order that your outline is in. And lastly, you're going to have your paper pulled up. So what I want to do is go ahead and look at this paper. And I just want you to notice that as I've copied and pasted these notes from my cards, I include the citation, like I showed you guys how to do, and that comes from the first word of my source card. Okay, so that obviously came from a blue card. Then I would also be including on there the page number. Okay, you might see the page number here. This is a very traditional way to cite your source where you have author's name and page number. Notice there's no period, no comma in between there. But I would like for you guys to kind of vary that structure. So another way to do that is include the author's name in the sentence, as Garvey mentioned. And at the bottom of that sentence where your citation would come, instead of putting Garvey here in front of the 12, you don't, because you already put it in that sentence. So you mention the author's name and you mention the page number in that citation, in wherever that paraphrase was used or that direct quote was used, but you just cite it a different way. That varies your writing style. It shows your strength as a writer. It also gives your reader a little bit of variation. It makes for a stronger paper. So that's something to consider. Another thing to remember, when you cite your block quotes, it's going to look a lot different. You're not going to have quotation marks around your block quotes. You're going to put your period at the very end of the quotation itself. And you're also going to have your author's name and page number, but no period at the end. Okay, so it's just a review. Now, what happens if you have two different sources and it just so happens that the author's last name is the same? Well, that's what's happened here. Okay, so this information comes from Detlef, but this information that I put right behind it also comes from Detlef. You'll notice though that they are different Detlefs. When I go to my works cited page, I see Detlef A. I'll know that that is referencing this one. I have my author's last name, first initial, okay? You'll also notice that my second Detlef is Detlef M. We're going to pretend that's not there because I'm trying to prove a point. And we'll notice that that takes us right here, okay, to Detlef M. If I have two sources that are different, like these, this is different than this one, okay, but they're written by an author of the same last name, then in my paper, I include that simply that author's first initial. Okay, so Detlef M and Detlef A. No comma needed, nothing like that. I would put a period after that first initial. Okay, and then I put the page number after it. All right, now, what happens if I have a source with many different authors, written by 3 or more authors? My citation would have looked something like this. Leathers et al. Okay, and basically that shows me as the person reading your paper that your paper was written by more than 2 people. Okay, and et al is just an easy way to kind of condense that. All right. In my paper, when I'm citing the source, MLA 8 tells us that it would look like this. Okay. Leathers et al. Period, space, page number. All right, and so there is that. And then lastly, what if I have a source with 2 authors? I thought I put that there. So this is a source with 3 or more authors. This is a source with 2 authors. And that is a typo. Let's go back to my works cited page and see what this would look like. Howes and McKeig. So I come up here and quite simply, I put a parentheses, Howes and McKeig space page number. So if you have any questions, MLA OWL at Purdue is our best resource. All you do is type into Google MLA OWL right here, OWL at Purdue, like Purdue University. And then over on the left-hand side, it can take you through a bunch of different things. If you have a question about something I didn't cover, quite honestly, I'm going to use this resource. And so you can try this resource first and see if it helps you. And if not, or you need help navigating it, let me know because I'm happy to help. All right, that's all I have for you guys. See you soon.